Okay, good afternoon. This is Debbie Davis. It is December 4th, 2025. Okay, so, I mean, the latest thing that they're trying to say, that Ilan Omar's trying to say, is trying to say President Trump is crazy or mentally unstable. But it's totally, you're totally in your right mind when you're targeting veterans. She's just openly sending CIA people after me. I had a Dodge Charger. I uploaded the video yesterday. I had a Dodge Charger following me when I went to the Salvation Army. There's a free meal at the Salvation Army that a lot of people go to, and I go there sometimes. And I had Dodge Charger following me. And then there was a bunch of cops that showed up. They tried to say that there was some kind of a fight at the Salvation Army, but I personally believe that they were there stalking me. Because I did say, say that that what I heard from somebody was that the Somali stores in Minnesota were the drop-off spots, and what I was saying and stuff like that. And there's Somali stores in this area. There's Somali stores all over the state. I believe it was some kind of an intimidation tactic. I believe it was Ilan Omar that sent the people there to stalk me there. I didn't ask for any of this information. I just, this is just what, the things that we're finding out here in Minnesota about, I guess, the network or something that's going on here. But I mean, seriously, like, who is she to call anybody crazy when she's just openly trying to murder veterans? Okay, it's not. This isn't like maybe she's trying to murder me. She is trying to murder me. Okay, this woman is a murderer, and I can prove it. I can prove it even more. It was her district that that all this M Health stuff happened, where my friend's mother was literally murdered, euthanized, at the M Health in Edina, Minnesota. That is her network. Her district. Okay. I talked about this story, and then I found more articles and more complaints. This hospital is extremely dangerous. So I'm warning people on this channel right now today, but stay away from M Health, Southdale in Edina, Minnesota. Okay, so I found this article, and then I had my own experience, and then I found the article as well that other people complaining about that. Okay, so Fairview Southdale Hospital is literally banning visitors from patients, if you have somebody staying there, and they try to ban visitors, and so people have been dying there because they block the people from being able to visit them, and they end up dying. My friend Patty's friend went in there for COPD. It's something that she's had on and off for years. It's not something she should have died from, but she had been going over to see her. I think she was just there for a few days, and they told her she passed away. Okay, and then they're doing this to other people. Fairview Southdale Hospital bans visitors for patient. Investigation pending. Okay, this is January 24th, 2023. The second floor of Fairview, okay, he was a 71-year-old Michael Puff. Okay, he was there for 8 months. Okay, complex medical needs. Okay, his family, on January 10th, his family received a 3-sentence letter from M Health Fairview informing them that he had been discharged 5 days earlier on January 5th, and they would no longer be allowed to visit him unless were taking him from the hospital. So apparently they were there. I guess they were trying to discharge him even though he still had all these issues. So, and they said security will be notified to assist with removing any visitors who are here for any reason other than assisting him out of the premises. It's signed by a nursing director named Joe Knowles. This one family member said I was visiting him every day there, and he said he didn't know why the hospital is discharging him, but the family wonders if the visitor ban is intended to force them to take him home. Basically they were kicking him out even though he needed really serious medical care still, and that they weren't even allowing people to visit. Dave Fenwalks, a former general counsel for the Minnesota Health Hospital Association for 30 years, said health care facilities are not allowed to ban visitors except in a very limited circumstance. Like, you can't just ban people for no reason from visiting somebody, unless they're truly disruptive, violent, or threatening. Okay, you can't just do that, but that they're doing this at this hospital. Okay, you can't ban. They can't ban visitors who are concerned of their people in critical care, and that's what they're doing there. Okay, and I have a video of how this happened to me there when my friend John's mother was there. Okay, this is the video. I've shown this before. It's M Health will not let me drop off food to John.
Oh, that's way worse. Let's just start.
Okay, so I have this on my video. M Health will not let me drop off food to John. Okay, this is Ilan Omar's district. Okay, and this happened. John had been John is the main caregiver. He had power of attorney, and he was there with his mother. Once again, this isn't something where she should have died over. It was a minor lung infection, we thought, So he's there, and he hadn't eaten for like a whole day. His sisters are horrible. They are very abusive to their brother. Okay, so they didn't even give him any food or anything. I was attempting. So this is me trying to give him food.
Let's see what they do here.
And they have Somali guards there. They have Somali guards. And they blocked me.
Ask for everybody's names or just my name?
They're asking for my name, and they had me on some kind of a blocked list, blocking visitors.
I'm here to give food to John. Would you like to bring it up for me?
John is the power of attorney.
Since you won't let somebody, he hasn't eaten for 24 hours. Would you like to bring the food
Omar's
up for me?
Somali
Can I leave it
guards.
with security?
Security.
Can I leave the food with security?
I ended up having to leave the food with the security, and these are Ilan Omar Somali guards there. Okay, they're blocking visitors from being able to go give food or anything. It's 100% illegal. Okay, I mean, and there's been tons of abuse and deaths of the elderly there. So be very, very aware of that hospital. There was other complaints. Okay, this is her district. She is a murderer. She is openly trying to murder me. I'm a veteran. She's completely destroyed the VA hospital here. That's her district. She is as dangerous gets. And and these, like The View, they're trying to act like President Trump is crazy, or for trying to say anything about her. I mean, she is the one that is crazy. She is dangerous. This is me not making this up. This is her district. The hospitals in her district are killing people. Okay, so you can look up these complaints online. That this is one about somebody that went in there for an ER. First of all, it's like a 5-hour wait just to get any care at all there. They had been there for 4 hours or something like that. It was her dad or something had fallen. First, they said that stay the night for observation. We agreed. But then by 4 p.m., they'd still not been assigned a room. I mean, literally, they were there like the whole day waiting for care. Then a pharmacy staff member came in. We asked to speak with the doctor and informed them that we no longer wish to stay overnight. It was then an angry ER doctor entered and said that if my husband were to have a heart attack overnight, the ER would not be liable unless we signed a release form. He signed the form, but then from that point on, the tone of the care shifted. Became clear that leaving was the right decision. And then they were trying to like literally force him to stay overnight. And then apparently the family member didn't feel comfortable by the way they were acting to stay overnight anymore, because the way they were acting was unsettling. That's her words, you know. She said the way they were acting was unsettling. We decided to not stay for the night, basically. Okay, and then... Okay, yeah, this one is, I tried to schedule a routine colonoscopy 10 years after having a clean one, no health changes. This guy said they're forcing me to go to this M Health hospital instead of a different place that he normally goes for this colonoscopy. There's no rational explanation given why I was being forced to go there. He thought maybe it was a creative way for them to make money, you know, forcing them to go to a different facility. And so that was what one guy said about it. And then this other guy has a disabled wife that has a brain injury that he brought in for some reason, but she got disoriented, as she does sometimes because she has a brain injury, and the nurses and the staff there were laughing at her and making fun of her. They were joking around. The staff members were joking around at her. They mocked her with their tone of voice and made a big deal with her walking because she hit the side of the bed or something like that. I mean, and he was absolutely appalled. So he tried to file a formal complaint, you know, with some kind of medical board. Okay, but like there's a whole list of, you can find them online. Complaints against M Health Fairview in Southdale, Minnesota. This is Ilan Omar's security that's blocking people from seeing people. Okay, at that hospital. So anyway, right now, so yesterday, you know, like I said, there was an incident there at that Salvation Army, and I was there with a friend. Sometimes we eat there, and now he went back there to eat today, but I didn't go there, and now I can't get a hold of him. Now I can't get a hold of him. He went to eat there like a couple hours ago, and I can't get a hold of him now. He was the one that was with me, and there was that weird incident with the police, and you know, the CIA person watching me. Okay, now I can't get a hold of him. Hello?
Hi.
Oh, there you are. Okay, there you are. Okay, I just was going to ask you if you got some food.
I got a little bit, not
Okay.
so much.
Okay, all right. I'll talk to you later. Okay, I'll call you back in a minute. Okay. So yeah. So anyway, we both had we were just kind of freaked out about the whole experience because we're driving there and we had the CIA vehicle following us, and I know he's not aware how dangerous these people are in the CIA, but I am. Okay. But then there's these 3 police there. They told us that there was an incident at the some kind of fight at the Salvation Army. Okay, but then we saw them leave, but then one of them was still standing behind, just there watching us. You know, I do believe that this is Ilan Omar that is doing this. I believe it's her people that she's sending to illegally stalk me. You know, so. So if she, you know, we you know, this is why it's so serious that we are requesting federal help here. And I mean, hopefully they've come and removed some of these people, but I mean, let's see. I'm calling Ilan Omar's offices.
Thank you for calling Congresswoman Ilan Omar's district office. Our physical office is open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday.
I'm calling her office. I'm going to see if she's still here.
Please call us at
She's illegally targeting me and stalking me.
1272 and leave less
and I'm going to report it. I'm reporting her right now for illegally stalking veterans.
MN05.info@mail.house omar.house.gov. We will return your message as soon as possible. You may also visit our website at omar.house.gov to request help with a federal agency. In order to prioritize constituent calls, please leave your zip code at the beginning of your message. We look forward to connecting with you soon. Please leave a message after the beep.
Yes, why is Ilan Omar illegally stalking veterans? She has people stalking me. I'm a veteran, the U.S. veteran, and this woman is crazy. Who is she to say that anybody else has any kind of issues when she is the one illegally stalking veterans in our country, and she's murdering people in the hospitals in her district? So I hope you are aware of this situation, but we are very much aware of it as residents in Minnesota, how dangerous she is. So I'm reporting this of her illegally stalking veterans today.
To send your message, press 1. To send your message, thanks. Your message was sent.
Okay, I tried getting, nobody picked up. Okay, let's try her Washington, D.C. office. Let's see. Oh, I got hung up on. That's the CIA hacking my phone. Okay, try calling her D.C. office. Let's see what they have to say. That's the CIA blocking her. So this is why I know she's CIA. She's got people doing this when you try to call her offices. She's got the CIA blocking the phone calls. This is not a real representative. You understand? She is not a real state representative, and the people, even the decent Somali people, need to realize how dangerous she is. Okay, this is a CIA operative that is here to murder people in our country. And she's trying to help implement Sharia law. She's CIA operative. She's got this huge organization here that committing fraud, that has apparently been going on for years that we didn't know about. Okay, so even the Somali people that are decent people need to realize how dangerous this woman is. Okay, she's dangerous to everybody, not just us in America. Not just the white people. She's dangerous to you too if you're, just a regular citizen. This is a dangerous person. Okay. So yeah, she's literally murdering people. I fully believe that she was involved in the death of John's mother. When he finally did make it back there, I've told this story. When he finally did make it back there, he had tried to. This is somebody that has $1,000 paperwork that he's the power of attorney, and her Somali security blocked him from the hospital. Okay, and they killed his mother when he was gone. Okay, because when he got back there, she had already been given something in the IV that ended up killing her. He literally, when he got back, he literally watched his mother die from whatever they gave her. It was some kind of something that shut down her breathing. So this is not, this isn't me just making any of this up. Okay, and then also, if you remember that movie Black Hawk Down.
Hi, Deb.
Oh, hi, Patty. Yeah. Oh, hi. I was just. Hopefully, hopefully they're trying to clear up some of the stuff, in your area there, in Omar's district, with all this stuff coming out about her.
Can you believe that shit?
Oh yeah, you and I talked about how we reported the fraud and that we've been harassed, but I found more stuff that happened at that M Health hospital where your friend died. I found more complaints online about scary stuff that's recently still happening. They're blocking people from visiting, and she's got her Somali guards there. It's the Somali. Yeah, Southdale Fairview. Well, that's where your friend died, right?
Right.
COPD. She went in for just a few days, and then they blocked you from going to visit her, right?
Right.
Yeah, and then she died, and that's what they're doing it to a bunch of other people. You can find complaints online. It's freaking me out. Yeah.
My doctor called me the other day and said my potassium was at lethal limits, and I had to run down to Abbott to get more blood work done.
Why would it be so high?
I don't know. So I went down to Fairview, Abbott, and had my blood taken again. And then my doctor called me back and said my limits were not as high as they thought they were, and that I wasn't in danger of having a massive heart attack.
Why do you think they were so high?
I went to the doctor and had my standard physical, and they took blood, and the blood work came back that I was at lethal limits.
Remember I was telling you that that one friend. Remember I was telling you that to be careful of that guy next door, because my friend Charlene has that stuff on camera where she could see in the middle of the night with the cameras that she was being radiated. Remember I showed you those videos of her, and you could see radiation coming from in her house, and then she was wondering why she was getting sick in her house.
You know what? He's got some kind of red-blue light going down in the back of his wall.
And you've been trying to report it to the police that you feel in danger from this guy, and they're not doing anything. We're not making this stuff up. Yeah.
They don't do shit.
They don't do anything. Yeah, they don't do anything to protect people, and we're not making this stuff up. You know, my friend Charlene has the pictures that showed up in her camera of whatever her neighbor was doing. It showed up as literally an infrared blue light, radiating her. Radiation poisoning can kill you. Yeah. Radiation poisoning can kill you.
Yeah, I don't know. My red blood cells were doing something, so my doctor sent me to Abbott to the walk-in radiation clinic down there to see what was going. You should see my arm. It's totally black and blue.
Just out of nowhere?
What?
Just for no reason?
No, it's because I've had so much blood drawn.
Oh, okay. Well, let me call you back. Let me call you back in just a couple minutes. I was just finishing something really quick, and then I'll call you back. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so my friend Charlene has a similar thing that this Patty has going on, where she has this crazy neighbor. I've talked about this, where literally her neighbor is radiating her. Okay, and it's literally, she's got this crazy neighbor. We've tried reporting it to the police. This is Ilan Omar's district. And this is my friend Patty, who used to work at the VFW, and she was one of the managers there for 20 years or something. And she reported about $60,000 in fraud that happened there, and that's Ilan Omar's district. Okay, and then she's been retaliated against. She's got this crazy neighbor that harasses her for no reason. It literally is instigating her dogs to bark, and then he calls the police while they're barking, even though he's the one instigating the dogs to bark. And the police are not doing anything. And then she's noticing this light coming from his house. And then she wakes up and she feels like she's being radiated. And my friend Charlene actually does have pictures of, and she's woke up with burns on her. And they literally, her neighbor in Virginia literally was radiating her. And it's to the point now where she has to sell her house. She just can't physically live there safely. So this is Ilan Omar's district. So, these are just me, telling you more stories of how dangerous this woman is. Radiation. Okay, so Charlene's house. Well, anyway, she's got these pictures. Yeah, right here. Okay. Okay, now the video is unavailable now. They turn it down, but it's literally pictures of her house. You can see red lights coming in the cameras she had put on, literally like somebody's hitting it with radiation. And then she's been, I did a video with her. She's waking up with burn marks and things like that. So this is how crazy this, and this is Ilan Omar's, she's in Virginia, Charlene. But if you remember that movie Black Hawk Down, that should have, warned us about Somalia, how dangerous Somalia was. Because if I remember, it was like we went there to try to just give aid. Apparently, they told, the military to drop off aid, some kind of aid. And apparently they tried to do that, and they got, like, shot down. They got shot down trying to give these people aid. These people are dangerous there. And I remember that movie thinking how dangerous that is. And the troops almost didn't get out of there alive. If you could watch that movie, and that was based in Somalia. So anyway, yeah, she's I believe she's literally just openly trying to kill me, a veteran. I have been exposing things that have, when I was living in Richfield, who is my friend that I've known for 30 years, my friend Johnny, that is her district. And when I was living there, I was reporting a lot of things, and I had a lot of harassment going on. I did videos about this. That was her district that I was having all this harassment. And then the police, came over because my friend John had left for a few days to check on something after his mother passed. And then they came over, and they were like, they were trying to question me as if I somehow did something with John. It's like, he's an adult. I don't know where he is. He doesn't have a cell phone. He told me he was going to check on something. And it's like they acted like I was some kind of criminal, just help watching the house. I was there with his permission, It's unbelievable. How the stuff that's gone on in her district. Okay. But also I've talked about this issues that I've had with the post office as well. And I believe that she's also been infiltrating Muslim Brotherhood into the post office. I had tons and tons of stuff damaged in the post office over the last 10 years, to the point where it was unbelievable. And I would put insurance on these packages, and they would arrive completely damaged. And then they wouldn't even pay my insurance claims. Okay, so I believe she's been infiltrating the post office with Muslim Brotherhood, because we know also that they were coming over on these USPS and UPS planes. Okay, when they first started coming over here, there was talk that that is how they were coming over here. So I believe there is infiltration of the Muslim Brotherhood in our post offices. Okay, so we have it's coming up Christmas time now, so I have tons and tons of pictures of the damage of I have pictures of how they were packaged and how they would arrive. It was an obvious mail tampering issue, and I never could get anybody to I called the criminal investigation of the customer service of the post office, and nobody ever got back to me in investigating. This is federal mail tampering, and they didn't treat it like it was any kind of a crime. So I would be very aware of what things with the post office too, because I believe she has infiltrated the post office with these Muslim Brotherhood people. Okay, so that's my video for today.